Good afternoon. Joe Volpe, publisher of Corriere Canadese, as you know, the only Italian-language daily newspaper in all of North America. Here on behalf of Go Live TV and Corriere Media Group for the comment of the day. This being Halloween, nothing could be more appropriate. Oh my, how time flies. Ah yes, here we go. Thank you. 3 years have passed since Justin Trudeau's phalanx of trusted, experienced agents of change promised to address the issue of severe labor shortage in various sectors of Canada's and Ontario's economy. Then presto, valiant Peter Fonseca, I think you probably have a picture of him, MP from some forgotten riding in Mississauga, that's still in Ontario, rushed into the breach. Now that would be the House of Commons, where the great debates of the day wax eloquently in search of answers, to proffer a solution to a pressing problem. You see, and I paraphrase, Mr. Fonseca pointed out to his MP colleagues there are hundreds of thousands of undocumented workers filling the labor shortage in our construction, transportation, mechanics, hospitality, and restaurant sectors. Now, note to the readers, there are credible studies claiming that the number of workers holding down a job without the federally imposed paperwork to be at 1 million plus. So, here's what we should do, Mr. Fonseca suggested. We'll ask the Standing Committee on Human Resources to study the root causes. In other words, blame the provincial government's inability to prepare labor for industrial needs, to take a comparative look at the Atlantic pilot project, and propose actions for moving ahead. That's called Motion 190. Bravo! General applause. You see, Mr. Fonseca knows whereof he speaks. The motion calls for action that has an uncanny similarity to the pilot project he and his caucus colleagues promoted shortly after the last election 3 years ago. In fact, as part of the fact-checking, after dusting off press and media interviews and videos of town hall meetings on the pilot project for undocumented workers in Ontario, one is smitten by the striking resemblance that the MPs and Minister of Immigration advocating the benefits of that pilot project now have with Mr. Fonseca and Mr. Hussein. No, this must be different. After all, it bears the stamp of an official motion from the House of Commons instructing one of its committees to prepare a report whose recommendations will compel, well, maybe, the government to act in accordance with a plan its ministers initially embraced and proposed. Are you still with us? Do you wonder what's going on? Now, the usually elusive minister, I think you see him right there, Minister Hussein, caught unawares by a reporter for Nossa TV, Portuguese language program, who asked for an opinion on the pilot project. Responded, that's Mr. Hussein, responded by saying that he couldn't answer because, and I quote, there is litigation going on, end of quote. Oops. What's that about? Is it criminal? Is it civil? Is it personal or governmental? He was, ironically, in attendance at a construction union's awards night ceremony. So lots of them are there. The construction industry is notorious for turning to what it calls irregular, consistently behind schedule and run well over budget. Mr. Hussein doesn't. This is Joe Volpe, publisher of Corriere Canadese for Go Live TV and Corriere Media Group, thanking you for watching and inviting you to stay tuned for the commentary in Italian and in Portuguese. Follow us online every day, Corriere.ca, Corriere.com. Until shortly. Take care.